Okay, Ahmed. So there are a few things that you can do in order to improve your essay for Portfolio 2. The first one is a really simple fix. The page number up at the top needs to be after your student ID number. Other than that, your formatting looks pretty okay. The second thing that I can recommend to you is some general proofreading. I need for you to read the essay out loud to yourself and make sure that everything is making sense. For example, if I read this first line to myself for body 2, it says, the first differences between spending vacation camping or in hotel is the place. Now, just reading it out loud to myself, I can hear that it doesn't make sense to say the first differences. Instead, I would say the first difference between spending vacation camping or in a hotel is the place. So I need for you to be reading this out loud to yourself, both from the top to the bottom and from the bottom to the top. And every time you make a change, you need to go back and reread it to yourself. Ultimately, by the time you finish, you should have read your essay at least 10 times back and forth. So, the third thing that I can recommend to you is using a program like Grammarly.com, which is available on the internet. They have a basic program that's free, but they also have an upgrade that is on a subscription plan. And what happens with Grammarly, if we go back to the main page here, is you can sign in using your Gmail login and password. You'll create a new document, and then you just copy paste your essay into your lovely Grammarly page. And then what Grammarly does is it checks your essay for any mistakes. Now you'll see down here that it's checking, and then it is going to pop up with some information letting me know that there are some mistakes here that are some pretty quick fixes that I can go ahead and take care of. You'll notice it also says that there are 14 advanced issues, and that's where the upgrade, the subscription, comes into play. Note that I do not get any money from Grammarly for recommending it to you, but I highly, highly recommend it to all of my students. I use it myself, and it helps me stay out of trouble for silly mistakes. So try using something like Grammarly.com. You can use another online grammar checker if you prefer that. It's up to you, but you should always use some sort of grammar checker when you are writing your essays. The last thing that I want to recommend to you is work on using more transitions or phrases for clarity. Now, these are beyond just the words and phrases that we've used for comparison and contrast, like on the other hand, or one similarity is, or other transitions like in addition to, or for example. These are the ones that begin sentences or are in the middle of sentences to help remind the reader, hey, I was just talking about this thing. We were reviewing this the other day when we learned about topic chains. So you'll notice that in body paragraph 3, you say also in hotels, people can do massages or go to swim in the swimming pools. This lets the reader know, hey, this sentence is talking about hotels. But the next sentence doesn't say anything about hotels. The third sentence after that does. So make sure that you're somehow making reference to a hotel or accommodations or a place people can stay or a building in a city or whatever. Make some sort of reference in each of your sentences to let the reader know, hey, this is part of that topic chain that I was talking about. You'll notice that I highlighted also in body paragraph 2 where you say there are a lot of restaurants and shopping malls for people to go there, and there are a lot of supermarkets to buy food and drinks. Well, that's great, but if I pull this sentence out all by itself, my reader has no clue, or I, as the reader, have no clue that this is talking about a hotel. So you need to make sure that you're using transition words and phrases. For example, I can fix this by saying near a hotel, comma, there are a lot of restaurants and shopping malls for people to go, and there are a lot of supermarkets to buy food and drinks. So that would be a really easy fix for something like that. I'd like for you to really read through all of your sentences and make sure that if it was read on its own, would my reader know this is talking about being at a hotel or this is talking about being at a campground? So those are my recommendations for you, Ahmed. Good luck with your editing.